Welcome to Episode 6 of Unforeseen Heroes. The novice adventurers from Osprey's Cove continued their search for Ordwi, the kidnapped elder of their village they escorted on her visit to Iron Harbor. Below the local landmark of Rusthenge, they discovered a message written in blood from Ordwi about being taken below. While investigating the so-called Skymetal Workshop of ancient Thassalon, they befriended a group of estranged deep boggards who were cut off from their home by the activities of these cultists. The party has found the stairs down, but continually have been pushed back by horrible creatures in the lower level. After regrouping, they continued to explore the Skymetal Workshop in search of any further clues and found monstrosity after monstrosity. After completing their exploration, they once again braved the lower levels, where they found a trash heap presided over by some form of demon. Upon defeating the demon, the party has now taken stock of their accomplishments to date and are realizing they have a few new capabilities.
Hey everyone. I just realized this. My deity seems to have given me some more spells. I think doing all this wandering really has opened it up. I feel like I can now summon a mystical weapon to fight for me. And oh, I can make a big light to make things visible that might be invisible.
That sounds a lot more useful than being able to hear whenever someone calls your name. It, it seems really weird. Why did they give me this? Uh, Also, I feel like I just woke up from a weird haze. Was I acting weird?
A little different than normal, but it was a long day.
Uh, okay.
And Dagger's kind of like rubbing at his face where there's these mutilated wounds, and he's kind of like where the healing magic has stitched it back together, and kind of like just kind of feels across it this new scar on his face, and just kind of says, well, I guess I get a little bit tougher each battle, get phased a little less. This place is good tempering of sorts, and seems a little more resolute in kind of their journey here in their mission to find Ordby.
You do scar very well. Looks very dashing, actually.
That's
I'm
right,
sure I'll get
Vanarel.
at least a few
Can you
more.
hear us, Vanarel? Are your ears okay?
A little bit, a little bit, yeah. Vanarel is sitting up against one of the walls right now, uh, legs kind of bent up a bit, forearms on knees, still one hammer in each hand, with the bandages wrapped around his head, covering the tops of his ears, where this thing bit both of his ears off practically. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Tempered. Daegron, that's a good way to put it. I could, I could use not getting knocked around quite so much with these things down here, but I think I'm getting kind of used to it too. Not sure what that says about my fighting abilities, but I'll try to. He struggles up to his feet. I'll try to make sure that if this keeps happening, I'll put you guys together faster with this healing kit we found.
Well, do you guys want to go back up? I know those wounds are probably really painful, um, but we haven't made very much progress.
I'm good to
Might
keep
be time
going.
to resupply, but it's to
Yeah,
you.
I did heal Vanarel up, figuring I've got a little bit left in me for the day. I know it's getting, I mean, not late, but I probably want to get a good dinner in me. I mean, I don't know how big this level is going to be, but if it's anything like the level above it, it's going to take us more than the rest of the day to explore. I guess we'll see.
Well, there's one more door to the north. We could take a quick peek if everyone's feeling up.
Sure, do that before the creepy door to the west. I do feel
Oaths.
like I'm getting more acquainted with all these demons and devil things we've been running across. So I'm really upping my knowledge there too.
Well, let's see what that passage to the north. And Daegron starts walking back towards the rubble. As he kind of gets to the door, I guess he'll lean up and take a listen here and see if, as everyone's kind of forming up around him, if he hears anything on the other side.
You hear a very, very muffled, like ticking sound. It's very rhythmical, like click, 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 click.
And he kind of like relays that to the party and says, something clicking, maybe mechanical trap. I'm not sure. Are you all ready? I'll open the door and we can, well, solve it as we come across it. I guess.
Sounds
Right.
like the only plan we have.
And let me just see here. I believe this runic weapon should be off, right?
Yes, that would be off by
Yeah,
now.
that's like a minute. Okay.
And I did
he'll-
misspoke. Actually, you would not have heard the clicking. You'll hear them at a later door. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
just
yeah,
going
he,
to cast this
is
on
it-
myself because it lasts all day. I'm not going to give myself the emanation though. Just
So does it look like anything when that's going on, or is it just something that's like almost completely passive?
it's maybe I get uh, some runes across my ears. This is something my patron cooked up for me. I don't get it.
Maybe there's something looking into this from a different direction. Can't hurt to know if someone's talking about you or conspiring.
Yeah, entirely fair.
Well, let's see what this is. And he throws open the door. It looks like he stepped into a twisting hallway here.
Twisting hallway. You see another door to the north and a door to the west. Sorry, east.
After you,
And,
Dezi.
Leans back over his shoulder. What do you say, north or east?
A coin.
I guess we'll go east first. You're right next to it.
Okay, and
Maybe
he'll
the
check this one to
right-hand
maybe
roll or
see if he
something?
hears any of this clicking noise.
There is no clicking there. You do hear murmuring, maybe some sobbing behind that door.
Sounds like we might have somebody in here. Get ready. He throws this one open next, or tries to anyway.
And it's locked.
And he'll call back and go, hear something. Libby, are you able to get this open?
I should be able to. Me and Bumblebee have been practicing. So Bia is going to help me with this, with an aid. I think that's what the partner in crime lets them do. Yeah. So I roll the aid first, and then mine.
Correct.
Here's the aid from Bumblebee. And
That's going to give you a +1.
nice. My roll. So that'll be a 22 in total.
You
Bumblebee.
can tell this is a very tough lock. You did not make any progress on it. You can keep trying, or you can have other ideas.
Should I try again, or should we try to bash the door?
Go ahead. If you feel comfortable to try.
Okay. Same same process. Bia, then me. Hmm?
Sounds like Dezi is saying you might be getting an automatic success from Bia without needing to roll. So you can just
Oh, okay.
assume the +1.
I, sorry, I'm just going to quickly add. It's a circumstance, right?
Sounds right.
Vanarel's got half leads back to Daegron. That's an impressive feat she's got.
That gets it partially unlocked. It is still locked. You do hear a voice on the far side. Who's there? Help! Let me out! And Libbiel, you can recognize that as Ordwy.
This is Ordwy. It's me, Libbiel. I'm trying to work my way through the lock.
You came for me. Please get me out. Get me out.
All right. Let's
So
try
that
this
was a
again.
crit, and it only managed that. Oh, we should try the keys. We have keys. Hey, everyone! Did we try the keys yet?
Keys. Yeah. Okay. Pass them forward.
You try the keys you have. They do not fit this lock.
Okay. I'm going to give this one more attempt, and then Daegron, do you think you could bash it out?
I think you're making good progress, but if I have to, yes. And he kind of like pulls the crowbar from his back.
All right. Wow, critical wasn't enough. Oof. Oh, right. I don't have to roll for Bia.
Oh,
Another one.
2 criticals. Well, you needed 4 successes. There you go. 4 successes. The door is unlocked. Let me unlock it for you. Oh, and
Ordwy? You in here, Ordwy?
there she is. Not looking quite as glamorous as she does here. You can tell she's been here for probably about 2 days at this point. There's a small bucket in the corner. There's another bowl with some water. You don't see any sign of food in this room.
I'm gonna give her prestidigitation to clean her up.
Did you? Oh no! I think I gave all my food to the knights? But let's get you out of here. Are you okay?
I have some food.
We-
Here.
We have to get out. We have to warn Osprey's Cove. All of Iron Harbor is demon worshippers and turning against us.
Well, maybe not
No.
all of it.
Oh,
This-
I mean, they took me. Oh, you were all right. I'm sorry. I trusted them. You told me not to. But you came.
Well-
You came for me. Thank you.
I'm gonna give her some of my rations. Here, eat this. So most of Iron Harbor isn't demon worshippers, but to be fair, the everyone in Stoneholm was, except for like 3 people. No, like 5 people.
Something.
It was
and,
only a handful.
and a goat.
And a goat. The goat was very important, apparently.
Does the goat talk? Why are you mentioning the goat?
We had to have an excuse to go in there. Let's go. We'll inform you on the way back up. Yes.
Yeah, Vanarel, you can tell. I mean, she's a little malnourished, but only over 2 days. It looks like maybe she was given some light bread or something, but it's been maybe 24 hours now, so she's hungry, but she can walk.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move her up and into probably the keep first. Do you want us to walk all the way there, or do you want to do something else?
It depends what you want to do. If you're going to go to town afterward, if you're going to do any shopping, if you're just bringing her to the keep and coming right back down, we can skip that. So it really depends what you want to do.
I'd rather take her all the way to the very kind lady who's been putting us up
Yeah,
as like an introduction, and because like she's so kind, and she needs a better like experience with this town.
It is getting later in the day. Maybe it makes sense to tend to Ordwy once we get out, do some restocking. Maybe if we need to purchase anything in town, and then head back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
and
you're
honestly, Ordwy is the main reason why at least I came here. So getting her up and out of this place is number one priority for me.
We did say we'd
Same.
see if we could rescue the captain. I don't know where he is, but yeah, I agree. Agreed with you.
Hey, do you know where a ship's captain is by chance?
N- no, I heard nothing about a captain. That when did the captain arrive?
He was
I think it was
Probably
a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. He
It
was
was
here
before we
at the
arrived here.
start of this whole thing.
So I moved you to back to the Iron Harbor map. Um, sounds like you're heading to Elsie's,
Yes,
and
Elsie.
let me. Now we have an Ordry there as well, and let me get artwork for Elsie as well to remind people what she looks like. Um, and yeah, I mean, as you're leading Ordwy through this place, I mean, she might have been shaking a little going down the long tunnel back into Stonehome. You can tell that was some bad memories for her. Um, but and she was kind of hiding behind you all when you dealt with the next uh, guards at the end of the tunnel back into Stonehome. Um, maybe not quite ready to accept that these ones are not demon worshippers yet, even if you're vouching for them. So she was a little nervous coming through Stonehome. Um, did seem to loosen up a little when you got outside into the light, able to see the sun again for the first time for her in about 3.5 days now. Um, and so you brought her to Elsie, and Elsie is, oh, you found your elder. Hiya, nice to meet you. I'm Elsie. And Ordwy kind of slightly, shrimps in on herself a little bit. She does look like she's lost a lot of her confidence and boisterousness, um, but she nods and is led into the room. What do you
All
all
right.
want to say or do at this point?
Do you think you could
Audrey,
get our sorry?
go ahead.
Do you think you could get our elder some food? I'm sure she'd really appreciate it. We're happy to pay for another night with her or for a night with her here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes. It'll be a couple, probably half an hour to get something hot and warm together, but I can definitely do that for her.
Yes.
We appreciate
Audrey,
that.
this is Elsie. She's been putting us up while we've been, in this town. Very kind, has been very generous about aid with us. She's the one who asked us to go and look in about the goat.
Been a good friend to us while we've been here, so
Yeah, she
just
told
just so
us.
you know that they're not all demon warriors. It was just some of
Yeah,
the Gorm.
yeah, she's the one who told us the secret way into Stoneholm that we used to get in there the first time.
So what is going on? I mean, all I heard is that there's a ritual to resurrect a demon lord, and they were going to sacrifice me, and they were going to invade Osprey's Cove, and then Riddleport, and then all of Varesia. What have you been
Okay,
hearing?
Not
about
that much.
um, we've mostly run into the byproducts of their plan, all the sin spawn that they've been summoning, and yeah, it's not been very pretty going so far. They brought this weird creature, something like a big plant growing out of the back of a dog, and it was helping them perform some kind of ritual at that rusted hunk of metal over there. Stone Rusthenge, and yeah, it's not been a very good time. Um,
Yeah, you mentioned the demon lord Tsar Azmak. Um, so, and we've seen a bunch of those sin spawn, envy spawn. We think. I don't know if you've heard of them, but I did through my religious training. And yeah, we know that I think it was Lord Metramar, who was the one that was on the Thessalonian ship that came in, and he's the one that started all this. We think.
yeah, Metramar, and he brought the ship captain because the ship is not it was not Metramar's ship. He like contracted them and didn't really tell them why they were here. They're getting really nervous about their captain, and they want to see him return.
So,
Which
so
no,
this
fair.
isn't a Thessalonian invasion?
No, this is
Doesn't look
more
to be it.
of an invasion of the hells.
Yeah, there's like a cult or something.
But that's the first we've heard about them seeking to revive this demon.
Yes.
If it's going to be a danger to Osprey's Cove, we must keep going.
Yeah. Uh, if you think you can, but yet, yes. If they resurrect a demon lord here, I can't imagine anything going well for any of us. And Elsie is also now looking very nervous about what's being said. Wait, a demon lord here in Iron Harbor? Nothing ever happens here. You can't let that happen. That what would happen to all the people and my goat?
But I wasn't planning on letting it happen. I don't think any of us was because as much as like the strife between our communities have been going on for 100 years or so, I don't think any of us would want to see our closest neighbors be, killed and then, have their bodies marched into our community. That didn't seem very neighborly to me.
So,
Yeah,
so what's your
I-
plan? What can you
Go
do?
down there and kick asses.
You make it sound so easy. That's amazing.
that is. You make it sound so easy.
It's not. It's real.
Well, I'm sure there's a few things we could pick up before we head down that may make things easier for us.
Maybe
Yeah,
we do a later dinner. Do a little shopping now. Do one last push in there, and then head back out for the night.
we need to find out if anybody in this town has any more cold iron, right? Because if we had just like a few more weapons made out of that stuff, it would be a little easier on us.
Hmm, that's not a bad idea. I think you've got a couple now, Vanarel, but you don't have any, do you, Daegron?
Oh no, nothing.
Well, if
The
it's
only thing
weapons
he
you
has
need,
is a great sword.
if it's weapons you need, I think go back to talk to the smith at Stonehome. Whatever he may have in his inventory. Uh, Obviously, making something fresh would take too long, but he does have. I know he's always making stuff, so maybe he has a couple items.
We'll
And
definitely have to talk to him.
yeah, and Degran kind of like pats down on his like chainmail and leather and goes, maybe something a bit thicker. It's been getting more and more dangerous the farther we go down.
That makes sense. So, I mean, he's basically on our way back. Maybe we stop by and see if he's got some supplies.
Elsie, do you know if you have any wizards or anybody in your community?
Oh no, nothing like that. I'm the closest we have, and I just mix up a few little things here and there and can help heal people just a little bit.
So no luck on any magic staves.
No, that that's that's not for small town folk like us, is it?
I mean, um, yes.
I mean, normally no, but if they're trying to resurrect a demon lord, it could be useful.
Well, maybe you could ask them for a staff. I guess you have to kill them first, probably then.
Then
But
we
they
don't have to ask.
but they
But
may
you
have
know,
stuff, right?
Yeah, then we're not really asking, though, are we?
but okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be okay here, or do we if we go back and try to see if we can maybe at least, I don't know, rescue the ship captain and deal with a little more of this today?
You you're sure she's okay? She says, looking at Elsie.
I mean, we've slept here. If she was to, become a vampire and bite us, I think she would have did that already.
I mean, I'm
You're
pretty
the
sure she's
vampire, right?
awesome. She taught me some crafting.
Okay. Yes, please make sure you're back soon. Uh, I know what you're doing is important, but uh, I need to see people I know around me. But yes, what you're doing now is important. Just try to be back tonight.
Here, hold Bumblebee while we eat, and we can, you know, maybe see about dealing with your PTSD later.
Well, if we can find this captain, we can find a way back quicker for you.
You're asking me to go on a Thessalonian ship?
I
You
wasn't
wouldn't
going to
be
say
alone if
anything
that
about
happened.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe we give her a day or two. Uh, but yeah,
okay, so you're leaving her there. You're heading back to the keep to check what the blacksmith has on hand for easy purchase, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me see. Basically, level 2 items or below, he will basically have almost any of that. If you're looking for a cold iron weapon in particular, though, that might be a harder deal. Um, Probably for cold iron, let's see, could probably have a great sword. I don't think, or a long sword. I don't think you would have anything more exotic than that. He would have plate armor if that's what you wanted to purchase.
Yeah, he would. I think Daegron would be looking for. I think he would just do half plate. It's cheaper.
Yep,
It does.
he'd
It
he'd
also
have
offer
that.
him the
Yeah.
same protection.
Okay.
that's fine. And also, if level 2 items, does that include +1 potency?
I believe it was only. Let me double check. I think the rule was it's only the +2 kind of crafted items that he can make, and not the town itself. Let me double check that for you, though. That's a good question. No, no, it will have that. Yeah, sorry. Treat Iron Harbor as a third level settlement for the purposes of purchasing weapons, armor, and associated items. I would say runes fall under that.
Okay, maybe it makes sense for you to at least upgrade the axe, Daegron, a little bit. Up to you.
I am
I
willing
wouldn't
to put
say
some
no.
money towards your equipment. I don't have much else to use it on, anyways.
Same here, though we might actually have a fair bit in trade. I'm not sure if he's willing to accept
Also, can I just is Mud Pit a spell I can use? Like as like
that. I believe
a
so.
witch? Because then I could just feed the scroll to Bia and I could just know Mud Pit.
Sounds good to me.
I don't want to spend too much time shopping, but I will. I can liquidate the ancient coins and curiosities for their full value. I can. Anything else you want me to sell off right away in order to make some money to buy the things you want to buy?
Uh, the sterling artisan toolkit, I would think we could probably get rid of. Oh, that's not used to make the eyepiece because eyepiece isn't jewelry, right?
The crafter's eyepiece does count as jewelry,
Okay.
but metalworking would also work because either of those
Yeah.
are appropriate for it.
We have two.
So
Oh, we have two. Yeah.
we're
So
gonna sell off that one, and I will say he will take that off your hands at full value because he can make use of that. And do you want to sell
and
one of the two metalworking kits, or you want to keep both? What's
oh
your
no,
plan there?
we were saying selling the metalworking, not the jewelry. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hence we had two of those. Yeah.
So I will add back on the jewelry one if I can get that back. Let's see. Anything else you want me to sell? I'm trying to make this go quick.
Honestly,
quickly.
I think the 67 covers what you need, right, Daegron? 35 plus the armor.
It's 18 for the armor. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then let's just do that. We can figure out the rest, at some other point.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll
unless we
subtract the
need something
funds
else.
from our from
Yep.
the stash.
Yep.
Okay, I will do the share out. Oh no, if you're subtracting it
Yeah,
straight from the
just take it
stash.
from the
So
stash,
you
yeah.
said 18 takeaway,
18 plus 35, basically, for the
so
plus one.
53.
Correct.
Mathing sounds right.
Okay.
I said correct without thinking about it.
Well, there you go. So that's done. No other shopping you need to do.
Nope.
Okay, then back down the long tunnel you go. Let me put you back on that map. So you came back down the stairs. You're back in the below the Skymetal Workshop. Ordwy is not here anymore. Let me hide her.
Well, Audrey, you're really brave to come back with us.
Feeling much better, obviously.
uh, and and as you left, you did see that she was like whittling what looked like maybe a holy symbol.
Uh,
So a mug, basically.
Basically,
Maybe Daegron, we continue north. If these are kind of the prison area, then
As we go, let's see
all
if we
right,
can find
what's our
that
marching
captain.
order?
and this is where you did hear the clicking sound coming from that
Okay.
you heard before.
Hope we didn't
Until,
leave anybody else here all that time.
And who
I'm
is
glad we did stop right there. But yes, Daegron goes to the door here and he goes, yeah, the clicking is
did you want me
beyond
to
here.
take a look just to make sure there's nothing weird going on?
Yeah. Go for it.
I feel like I've become a lot better at spotting things with all these dangers around.
I've walked into more than a few.
Yeah, I'll do kind of my own perception check.
you hear the same clicking sound. It actually sounds like multiple things are clicking.
Yeah, I don't know if it's some mechanism, but I'd be careful.
Doesn't seem like it's on the door itself. It sounds like the sound's coming from behind the door.
Okay, well, I'd be
only
careful
one way
once
to
you
find
open it.
out.
Yep.
An interesting sense? Not really. Let me pause for you right there as I show you what you see in this room. You see a number of things that look like a metallic snake with like a saw blade in its mouth. And we are rolling initiative immediately. Go ahead and roll your initiatives while I get everything else set up here. And the one odd thing about these that you're noticing is compared to all the other metal you've seen here, these are not rusted in any way, shape, or form. These are still pristine metal. And Vanarel, did you roll? Yes, you did. Why?
There's two of me in the initiative track.
Yes. Let me remove one of you and see what happens. That looks good. Dezi,
That was the evil twin.
you are up first.
Okay, I'm gonna start moving to the north. Game is paused.
There you go.
Start moving towards the room so I can kind of see what's going on there.
Yeah, this looks like this cramped room. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. An ancient bed stands against the north wall with a new mattress and blankets upon it. Next to the bed stands an ancient writing desk and chair, both appearing withered and rickety. Near the southern doorway sits an iron-banded wooden chest with a steel padlock keeping it secure. And a single flickering torch sits absently on its side on the desk, lighting the room, with a rapier leaning against the desk. Actually, let me hide. I don't know why the treasure is already visible in the room.
I don't know. I
There we go.
don't know. Normally, I'd say we should just close the door, but if we find something useful for dealing with the rest of these demons, maybe this is worth it.
You see
I
three of
will
these little snake
cast-
things.
Yeah, I'll cast Bless once I get there.
Okay. Daegron.
Okay, seeing Dezi step into the room, Daegron will stride forward and go right here. Try to stop and try to like stomp towards the uh, snake creature in the bottom left. Then swing at him with the axe with a snagging strike. Ooh, that's no good. Not one on that.
No good at all.
He'll stand here and kind of try to draw attention and prepare himself with a dueling parry since he is flying right.
Okay. Yeah, you notice like the snake-like creature was able to kind of bend and weave behind that chest and using the chest actually for pretty good cover from you as well, it seems. And it is the one that's up next. So right after you try to stomp it, it's going to slither into your space, which will provoke from you.
Okay, and he'll swing at it and try to swat it before it gets to him.
That is going to hit it.
For 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing. It is still up. It tries to bite you now. Or more like apply that saw blade to you in its mouth. And that would be a 23 against AC, which looks like
Yep, just hits.
just hits. And what is your -1 coming from? Do we know?
I don't think I have a -1. Where?
Because it says your AC should be 24, and it's crossed out and says 23.
I'm not sure. Possibly flanking. I don't think I have anything else that's
Yep. Okay.
reducing any
Well,
of
it
that.
says it's a hit, so we will roll the damage.
Yep.
1 point of damage. And it is then going to... It's then going to try to bite you a second time. It misses. And it is now next one's turn. This one will slither into Dezi's square, targeting Dezi and trying to slash you with its saw blade in the mouth. Critically misses, and it does try one more. And it's going to miss again. The third one goes. I guess it's also going to slither into Daegron's square. Going to miss and miss.
New armor doing him well.
New armor is helping out. Vanarel, you've just seen 3 snakes slither around this room, swarming onto Dezi and Daegron.
Yeah, from kind of around the corner. So I will move up into the room here. Just taking the center position.
Yeah.
They're all squirming in and around your.
Yep.
everybody's
There's
ankles.
2 in Daegron's square and 1 in Dezi's square. You might not be able to always see them. Z should let you target them with Foundry, but if it's misbehaving, just let me know.
It looks like I am able to target the one in Desi's square, which is what I'm going for here. I'm gonna take a quick look at these things, see if I can actually get some kind of insight on what the heck they are with my hunt prey, which with Monster Hunter does give me a free recall knowledge. What skill would you like me to roll to you for that? What do you
Crafting
think?
would be the most on point. If you do not want crafting, I could also take Arcana.
Okay, crafting it is here. It's
Yes. You You know this is some kind of construct, but beyond that, you don't know what they are.
Okay. Well, I know it needs to stop trying to bite my friends. So I am going to, yeah, I have this one in Dezi's square targeted. I am going to flurry upon it. Dezi, I need you to hold real still right now.
Desi strikes a pose.
That is going to hit. You rolled that one private, but it was a
Yep,
26 total
Oh,
for 9 points of damage on the one by Desi's. Okay.
And then second one.
Will also miss.
Oh,
So
I
hard.
pulled that one back.
It's so hard finding those to avoid hitting Desi. You're finding it very tough.
Right. Don't hit the toads.
I believe it
That
is
is
now
my three.
Libbiel's turn, who doesn't see what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try and target one of these. The one underneath Desi seems to be probably the most headache one. There we go. And make things rather normal. We're just going to use the live wire. Oh no!
That's 3 natural ones in the party, almost in a row. Not quite, but very close to it. So no damage on a critical fail.
Uh, it's not worth using a hero point for that. All
De-
right. That's the end of my turn because I moved over one. So.
Desi, it is your turn.
I don't think Desi likes being in the middle, so I'm going to step kind of back to here. Then I think I'm going to try my own recall knowledge on this thing. We'll do the one in front of me. I think it matters.
Yeah, you don't even know what Vanarel knew. To you, it just looks like a metal snake. You think it's a natural creature, maybe.
Just a metal snake, guys. No worries. And I will shoot my crossbow. Sorry, apparently unequipping it and equipping it made my go down. So give me a second.
Up next will be Daegron, just so you're ready to go. And that will miss, Desi. So Daegron, you have 2 snakes in your square.
He's towards the one that he has already swung his axe at. He's going to try to pin it to the ground and kind of take that head off with the saw blade. So his first strike on it ain't great.
Will miss. And
then
it's hard attacking your own feet, you know.
Exactly. So I think then he is going to kind of feeling that. Would he be able to step down into the square below him? Or is that chest too big for that space?
I think that chest is too big for you to step in there.
Okay, well, just seeing as he's got too many, he's going to keep trying on this one here and swing his second time on it. The better result here.
That will hit, yes.
And it forceful swings down for a total of 8 more slashing damage.
And the ticking sound accelerates.
Uh-oh. And he's going to throw it under the bed with his third action with a reposition, I guess.
Sure, you can try that.
So let's see here. He'll do an athletics check to see if he can get his hand on it before it does God knows what.
Athletics check. That is going to, yeah, I'll let you throw it under the bed.
I believe reposition. It's a 5-foot movement I can do with it.
Yep. So that's where it gets to, and
That would be all 3.
on its turn, it explodes in a 5-foot radius, which is still going to hit Vanarel and Daegron. I will need a basic reflex save from the two of you, as shrapnel goes flying in all directions from it.
The bed does nothing.
You
Explode?
you both succeeded, so you're taking half of this damage. Taking 1 point. So maybe the bed
did something.
The bed did something. And you do notice that the gemstones in the eyes are completely shattered by that explosion. Up next is one of the ones who is still alive. I think this is the one who was going for Dezi. And yeah, it will slither up into Vanarel Square. And it will try to fight Vanarel. Hoping your ankles are less well armored than Dezi's proved to be. But it will miss. And it will hit. For 4
Only my
points.
left ankle was armored.
And then the one that's still in Daegron Square is going to saw at your ankles 3 times. So it hits on the first one for 1 more point. Misses and misses. That was both
Just
of them.
keeps like sawing off against that new armor he's got. Just all these little tiny cuts,
making a horrible kind of screeching, rasping sound like a sander on a metalwork type of thing. Vanarel.
horrible.
All right. Time to do a little like shuffle here in my own square while I try to land the hammer in between my toes and in between my feet and not crush my own legs off with this one that is in my square. Here we are. All right, going for a flurry here. Start with. I try the right hammer first.
That will hit. That's a solid amount of damage.
That's for it.
I need to get access to it. It's hiding from me, even with Z. I can find it this way. Yes, it is still alive.
All right. Well, that's what the other hammer's for. Now that I have him half pinned, whack him with the other one.
That will also hit. And that one starts ticking now.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and reposition it. Also, try to get it the opposite of Daegron from where I am. So they didn't go much further. But, just kick it into the corner if I can.
That will reposition it. Oops, that's you. Wait, there's 2 of you again.
I have no idea what's going on. Like my rolls have been doubling up to.
I got rid of one of you. Hopefully
Okay.
it's an okay one. Okay, you threw that one to the corner. Let me actually apply the damage so it knows it's dead. It's already dead. Okay.
Okay, and then for my third action, because the flurry was luckily just 1, I am going to step down here.
And we lost your initiative when I deleted your extra one. I'm putting you back in. Looks like you ended up right where you need to be, so that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Libbiel.
So that one's about to explode.
This one's about to explode. It's ticking very quickly, and you can tell it's not moving anymore. The one in Daegron Square right here is the only one that seems like it's still mobile.
Okay. And I'll target that one, I guess. Come on. You can do it, Libby. I believe in you.
That will hit.
Still a hit. I'll take a hit.
Just do. You destroy that one. It's also ticking faster. You also notice like the lightning seems to have zapped through it more aggressively than you would have expected.
Oh,
You
okay.
have one action left.
I'm going to just eat it, I guess. It's fine. Maybe move out of the way a little bit for people.
Okay. Dezi?
Dezi's gonna do a stupid and see if they can disarm this bomb. So I will head over to here, I guess. I'm gonna look and see if there's some way to stop this thing from ticking. Try to kind of, I don't know if it's crafting. Not very good at thievery, but I'll give it a shot if I need to.
I can take thievery. I would do crafting. It's going to be a harder DC. I'm not going to tell you how much harder, though, so it's up to you.
I'll go with the craft.
That would not have got either of them, so that is a fail. That was your whole turn.
Yep.
Daegron.
Daegron is going to shuffle over and seeing Dezi try to disarm it and look like he's not going to get it in time, will try to grab it and throw it where the one exploded under the bed also. So he'll do an athletics check, and if he needs to do another after, he'll do that too.
That is going to...
That's just a regular success?
I think that's
15?
just a regular success. So that's going to be 5-foot move. You get it to there.
5 foot.
Yep.
And then he does one more. Ooh, and I don't think he gets it.
That does not get it. Nope. So
He'll use a hero point
So
on
you're
that.
moving
Okay.
closer
Just
to 201. That's fine.
that does get it
there we go.
all the way there. So it's only going to hit you when it blows up right now.
Now, and that's the end of his
And so
turn.
2 of them are going to blow up. There's one. Yep, there's 2 of them. So I will need saves just from Daegron. I need 2 saves from you. Let me link it here for you. Oops, nope. Roll me that one twice, please. As they emit a tiny scream and explode. So you're taking half on the first one and half on the second.
The bed protects.
You take 2 points on the first one and 5 points on the second one. And we are out of combat.
Well, that was exciting.
Huh. Exploding snakes. I haven't seen those before.
With the saw in its mouth. That was only one part.
You also noticed
Dezi will
on the top of top of their heads before they exploded, there was a Sahedron carved, the 7-pointed star of the Rune Lords.
Dezi will start searching around the room.
Yep. And you don't need checks to find this stuff. I didn't want you looking at it while you're in combat. So on the desk, there is a glowing crystal, a journal, and a key. And the chest is locked, I believe, but it's an average lock, which is going to be very easy for you to... Actually, that's not going to be very easy. Never mind. Maybe you can't get that one open. That's about as hard as the door that Libbiel got through to rescue Ordwy.
Dezi finds this journal in the bedroom over there, and we'll start reading it kind of aloud. Huh. Oh, wow. This is Metromar's journal, it looks like. The person who came here on the ship. Oh. This journal was his grandfather's property. It talks about the Skymetal Workshop here? I wonder... Huh. He must be in the family. And the Vloric Spires, yeah, that's what we know them to be. Ah, his grandfather must have wanted to resurrect Tsar Azmak. Ah.
And then the final entry is a little more detailed, and we have a handout for that one.
Soon a whole new world will begin. I'm so close to being able to finally complete my grandfather's work. I double-checked the preparations in the summoning chamber, and we should have enough food and water for the week-long ritual. As much as I would like to have had my fellow believers with me, I need them to ensure all aspects of the ritual will go as planned. Without the added power siphoned from the Vloric Spires, or the chaotic divine energy gathered from Ragnolf's bumbling hands, this ritual might not work, but I must have faith. With the fresh blood of decay and the horn of rust finally in hand, Tsar Azmak, Sin of Steel, shall rise again, and he shall reward me for being the agent of his resurrection. So, hey Daegron, you know how I said we shouldn't smash those machines upstairs? Maybe we should.
I was just thinking that.
Before you do that, this lock looks really tough. Can you just smash it open for us?
I can
Hit
use
it right here.
Maybe pry it open.
Yeah, I got a pry bar, so I don't get a negative modifier on this. He'll do an athletics check to see if he can break it open.
Maybe we should just try the key that's in this chest, though.
Well, that's boring, but okay.
Yeah, let's try.
He stands
Does
by
the
with
key
the
in the room
crowbar
open the
as we
chest?
try.
No, the key in the room would have opened Ordwy's room,
Okay,
but does not open the chest.
I'll work on identifying the unusual object.
Out of the way, and then he takes the crowbar to the chest.
That
And
does not.
fumbles it.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a well-made. Unlike everything else in this room that looks like it's thousands of years old, somehow it stayed around. This chest is new, well-made, strong metal bands, well crafted to it. And Dezi does not know what the item is.
Oh, it looks like it's a liquid. Sorry, did I see that?
No, that one looks like it is. It's a glowing crystal of some kind. It's shedding.
okay.
It's shedding bright light.
That chest is proving difficult.
I mean, I can tinker with it with my lockpicks some more, but I thought I could save us some time.
If we bring it out, I might be able to help tomorrow. Or just, get it out somewhere. We can come back tomorrow. I can prepare something.
I
Not
think
really
we
under
should.
a huge time crunch, are we?
Yeah, I think we can
ritual's
explore
on the
more
way.
and maybe check it out tomorrow. Oh, did you say there was a rapier standing randomly in this room, though?
Right here.
Yeah, it's not listed. It must be well rusted and useless.
Flavor rapier.
Yes.
Don't like it.
Decorative.
I mean, there's a ritual going on, but they said they needed the power from the spires and from Ranulf's fumblings, whatever those were. We break the machine, that might give us the time we need to rest and then go in. That door gives me the creeps, and he kind of like points back towards the that rusted gate right at the entrance at the bottom of the stairs here.
It
Yeah,
also
I
sounded
mean-
like if we take their food and water away, the problem will remove itself.
The journal said that they had brought the food and water with them
Oh.
for what they need to do for the ritual.
I do think we could press on or try to figure out what's going on with that door. Maybe, Vanarel, can you I imagine it's been an hour since all that stuff.
Yes,
Do you
since you
think you're
went back
able
to
to
town.
patch up Daegron?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are gonna stay here for a bit, I can.
Gives Libbiel some time to tinker with the lock.
All right.
Yeah, I'll roll some dice at it.
All right. And after this, if we're looking to either go upstairs and turn those machines off the hard way, or go through that door,
I think we
I'm on
I think we
board.
break it before we go through the door.
yeah. Here, get yourself back together first.
This one is also supposed to take 4 checks, Libbiel, but that's your third 20 in a row on disarming, I'm going to let you have this one without doing another roll on it.
Well, I did roll another one between that, but
Yes,
yeah.
there were some non-20s between, but for all your thievery checks, they have, aside from the initial one, they've been very good.
Leave the liquids there. I'm going to give you 4 checks over 4 minutes for those.
Got it. Yep. And then it sounds like you're heading upstairs to smash the one machine that you did not turn off via knowing the intelligent way to turn it off. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Daegron's gonna go up and with his axe like smash the back of out of it and sever like the connections between it and like the spire.
Okay, so the first thing you recognize is a lesser healing potion. The next one in line there, you recognize as a comprehension elixir, lesser. The next one down, you recognize as well as an anti-plague. And the final thing there, you recognize as ration tonics.
Oh, okay. So food. Nice. Okay. I would let everyone know. Also, we got those anti-rust things, potions. If we think bad stuff's through the creepy door, did you want to, or yeah, did you want to apply them before we went through?
Well, let's see here. So to do that, it's just a one action to apply it, right? And it's for 24 hours.
Oh, I guess if we did it tonight, we'd still have it for most of the day tomorrow. Even if we,
Yeah, so worst case, if we do run into something right away. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that.
So which ones are being used and who's applying them?
I'm just looking. So
thing?
yeah, do I wondering
I'd
if my
suggest your
armor is what
armors
I
and
should.
probably at least your main weapon. I forget how many we have.
I think you had 3.
I have one on me. I know that.
There's one in the stash.
And I've got one also.
So, I mean, armor, at least an armor and a weapon for one of you, and certainly either an armor and a weapon for the other. Yes.
Well, this armor I don't think is going to rust up too much. Vanarel will pull the vest aside a little bit and make knock on his chest on the wooden breastplate.
That makes sense. Then maybe your warhammer.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll apply it to my armor.
Daegron, if you want to take the other and apply it to your axe, feel free to go ahead.
Keep track of that, and that will last for 24 hours. I'm going to mark down they're both used, but I'm going to keep one in my inventory just so we can reference it.
Sounds good.
I'll put the healing potion on me for now, though. It's in a place where you can all grab it off. Easily.
Okay, is it time to take a look at this door?
Sure, and I'll make an
so.
effort, figure out what's going on with the weird door.
Oh yes, and so were we able to smash it fairly easy?
Yes. Yeah, smashing it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you go on that map and roll. Do that. And
We're good at
yes,
smashing.
Dezi, you're looking at the door, and you can tell the door is trapped. You can tell that it's not locked, but you can tell if someone pushes it at all, it will shoot spikes into this room you're standing in, hitting everyone in this room. You think you can disable it with thievery or dispel magic?
I got a scroll of dispel magic.
Well, I wouldn't want to accidentally set this off. I think spell magic might be the way.
Sure. I don't think it matters if Libbiel or cast it, so I got in my inventory, so I'll pull it out and use it.
I think it's on both our spell lists, so I think we're fine.
So that'll be what, a counteract check?
Hero point, you said? It's a hero point?
Hero
Let's
point?
see. That that is currently a failure. You don't know what spell level you have to counteract, but you know that would get a level 0 spell. So
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it.
we are an hour in, so I will award an extra hero point. And I don't know if you saw, but Daegron also got one from a viewer earlier.
Oh, thank you.
I did it.
I'm gonna give one to Libbiel for the getting Ordwy out with those 2 crits there. And the reroll looks like it did the usual thing where it re-rolled the same number. So you do not think you've successfully disarmed this trap.
I guess it's up to me. If you guys want to hang
Um,
out in this, the other room, I wouldn't blame you.
I have faith. You
Yeah,
got
no
this.
offense, Libbiel. I will move here, but I'll be ready to heal you if you really need it. There's no sense in us all standing in the room while you do this. Daegron,
Libbiel,
I know
you
you
need a
have your
hand?
pride, but oh, fair point.
Well,
Daegron, if you're not able to help, I'd suggest getting out of the room.
And he's like, oh, no. Libbiel's got this.
Okay, hold on 1 second then.
Show us some faith, Dezi.
Why
Didn't
don't you
see her
take
with
that,
those
Libby?
locks?
Here.
I'll take it. I'll take a guidance. That sounds great. Okay, here we go.
19 does not disarm it, does not set it off.
See what I tell you.
You're there working at it. You can tell you're a little nervous and you're not quite getting the right connections to happen. But so far, nothing bad has happened.
Since
You
that's
got
the
this,
one with
Libbiel.
the guidance, I'm actually going to hit the hero point on that one. Woof.
And that will disarm it. That saves the party from 2d10 plus 13. Each.
Okay, yeah,
See?
yeah.
Okay.
I told you, Dezi.
I'm done. You guys, go ahead.
Good job. And Daegron will step up to the door and push it open with the haft of his axe.
Okay, let me pause for you there. There's some pretty obvious people. And then, so you've seen a number of these before. In front, you have some cultists of, I think, all the same varieties. So 3 varieties of the cultists you've been fighting all along, and another very weird creature. Looks like that.
Huh.
What the heck?
And then the rest of the text for this room. The vast chamber is bathed in a flickering blood-red light cast by 4 torches burning on the northern, southern, and eastern walls. The light illuminates 2 intricately carved columns depicting snarling demons that rise to the ceiling 30 feet above. To the west, stone stairs lead up to a dais covered in the brown stains of dried blood. A 20-foot-tall, rusted iron statue of a demonic horned creature looms on the dais, holding an oversized pickaxe in one hand and the head of a horned fiend in the other. One horn on the statue's head appears to be missing, with only a jagged stump remaining. Glowing red gemstones sit in the eye sockets of the looming statue. And then to also just give a little bit of description of the weird thing in the room, you do see a statue that looks like it's some kind of stylized female figure holding some sort of magic in one hand, a glowing red emerald, or sorry, red ruby embedded in the chest, and weird kind of like belt works between the shoulders and the arm. And we will, sadly, straight into initiative. No dialogue is possible with these folks. We toggle everyone in.
Just a bunch of haters.
They seem so friendly.
Very friendly. And they are, the cultists are all stuff like, we must protect the statue, must protect the ritual. And why do I don't need this in the initiative? That looks good. Okay.
Daegron, do you want the thing?
Yeah, let's do the thing.
We will begin the encounter. I'm unpausing. Daegron is up first.
Daegron will delay here.
Dezi, you are up first now.
Well, I think we're going to start off with the recall knowledge on that crazy thing in the middle there.
Okay. Yes, you think this is a iron golem. You're familiar with them being extremely powerful and deadly. What would you like to know about them?
I guess what hurts them?
What hurts them? Not a lot of things. That's the problem. They have physical resistance, except for adamantine. They resist most spells, aside from acid or things that cause rust.
Okay, well, I would kind of give people a quick synopsis and be like, yeah, I think you're really going to need this Daegron. And I'll cast my weapon.
All right. Him.
Okay, that was your 3. Daegron, you are next.
Okay, let's see here. So after that, Daegron will let out a roar and charge at the closest one here. Let's go. So he can swing at both, and he'll swing at the southern cultist first here.
That will hit. Hooray for fighter accuracy.
For a total of 15 damage.
Yeah. That
And
one looks heavily injured by that, but she is still on her feet, still brandishing her dagger at you.
Yep, and then he'll raise up his axe and kind of get ready to take on all comers here with his dual parry.
Okay, so up next will be. Yeah, this one's going to try to run through.
Okay, and he'll try to clip them with the axe as they go by.
That will hit.
Just 10 points of slashing.
Yep. It is going to stab once at Vanarel. Am I missing one in the initiative? Oh, I think one of them just invisible. I'll fix that. That does hit.
Ow.
For 5 points. And then
Glad I
closes
was
the
able to
door.
make friends.
And you hear the trap rearm.
That's unfortunate.
Libbiel.
How fast can you get this taken care of, Libby?
You got this, Libby.
You might be muted, Libbiel.
Sorry, that was on my headset, which I never noticed. The Bumblebee as partner in crime lets them have a reaction that lets them do aid whenever I just go in for a thievery check.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to do the same thing as always. Taking a deep breath and letting it out, she goes to pop the lock again.
That gets it. It is disarmed again.
That's 1, 2 actions to open it up.
It's 3
again.
actions because it's 2
Yes.
actions to disable. So it's not, the door is not open,
Oh,
but
okay.
it is disarmed.
Vanarel, you got
Vanarel.
I'm going to open the door again. I'll look at this cultist here. Like, hi. I see you are being uncooperative. I'm going to choose this the doorman here as my hunted prey, and I'm going to see how many times I can rebound their head off the wall with these hammers.
Really wish you had moved in the room,
Opening the door and getting this thing ready is all I can do.
Fair enough.
So, let me see if I can remove the doorman so that it will stay open.
That will crit.
Rip.
The first blow just shoves this person into the wall and slumps to the floor, dead.
I'll turn back to Libbiel and Dezi. Please, after you all. That was my 3.
The clockwork thing in the back begins casting a spell. That's its first action. Its second action is going to back up a little underneath the statue here. That's its turn. Next up is one of the cultists who has now seen the people at the door are deadly. And what is it going to do? It's going to stab once at Daegron. It's a dagger. It will miss. It will try a second one. Misses again. And it's then going to back up in front of this other thing. The final cultist is going to basically do the exact same routine there. 2 strikes on Vanarel, and then back up. No hits, and backs up. Dezi.
Dezi doesn't want to be closed out of this room again, just in case, so I think they're going to move in first. And then I'm gonna. This looks like. I mean, I think this is a big threat right now. So we're gonna cast Revealing Light in the area of those 4. 3.
Okay. So those all need to give you a reflex save. Let me do that. They all saved. So on a save, they are dazzled.
Dazzled for 2 rounds.
Yep. And let me just make sure. Okay. That has happened. That was your turn. Daegron.
Okay, as they kind of start backing up from him, he will follow on their heels and swing at the southern cultist here. I believe that he may have already hit that one once.
That will miss.
And then he'll go for the second one to try to even the odds.
That will hit.
For 14 points of slashing damage.
And that one goes down.
And then with his actions. That's all 3, so he won't have his dueling variant. Move that right now.
Libbiel.
She's going to take just a step into the room. After that, well, I was going to sleep them. Seems kind of pointless now. So I'm going to target the Iron Golem with a live wire. Something tells me it takes extra lightning damage.
That will critically
No.
miss, however.
No.
Wasn't expecting it to be affected by my magic. I might have been wrong.
That will hit. That was different than you were expecting there, Dezi. None of the piercing went through, but the electricity seemed like it did extra damage. And that was your whole turn. Vanarel, you are up next.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's get on the inside before somebody shuts the door again. I don't know what that robot thing is right now, but let's try and remove the person in between, because that's what I can actually reach in time. So I'll get to this point here. I will size up this one last little like bodyguard to the mechanical thing, and I am going to flurry upon them. If they're over by doors, I know they get hit a lot harder.
That will hit. Okay. Solid hit.
Second.
And that one will miss.
Ah! Overextended just a little bit. That's me.
Okay. Up next is the Iron Golem, who is going to... It's going to cast a spell. It has one action left, and it's going to move away from you all. Cultist is up next. Cultist had been missing Daegron, so Cultist will go for Vanarel, thinking that you're an easier target, and they have seen Dagon's reactive strike, so it probably is not going to retreat again. Miss. Oh, that was supposed to be on Vanarel, not Daegron. What's your AC, Vanarel?
That looks like it was on me. My armor class is 20.
Oh, yeah, I just say Vanarel. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
And it would have. It did make the flat check. Bedazzled. I had to do that. It will do a second one. Misses, and the third one. It's flailing. It can't really see what's happening in front of its face, and it had just 3 dagger strikes that went nowhere close to you. Dezi.
Since I'm not sure I had this correct, because I've never seen an Iron Golem. I think we're gonna see if it's an evil Iron Golem, as I'll summon up a Lance of Holy Light. Fire. Must be an Iron Golem. I missed.
One action.
Yeah, I'll take a pot shot with my crossbow. So,
That will miss. Daegron.
Okay. Daegron will, seeing the one cultist left, try to take care of it to free Vanarel up. Move here, so he'll take a swing.
That will hit.
18 to hit. And bad damage. 7 points of slashing. Goes
Still
in for
up.
the second.
And misses.
Cool. And flails on the third. just fishing.
Yep, misses again.
And just not able to get him here as he's kind of maybe, I don't know, put off by the massive demon statue in front of him.
Libbiel.
Libbiel's going to bully that golem that's running away. Get back here. Oh no.
That will critically
Well.
miss. I think you're out of hero points for that.
Yep. I can't hero point that one.
Okay, Vanarel.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna try to drop this one remaining cultist before I move on to the golem. Still have you sized up nicely, so hopefully it will just.
That's a crit.
Yep. Oh, he's standing next to a door again. All right.
Does Vanarel know what doors are? I don't
It worked
see
the
a.
first time.
I don't see a door next to this one.
Now I'm looking for
Just stairs.
similarities in my successes.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now that that's taken care of, second off, all right, I'm going to take a look at this iron golem that's confusing everybody because I don't know what it is either. I'm going to designate this thing as my new hunt prey, and I am going to use the monster hunter to give myself a free recall knowledge. What would I use for this?
This would be crafting or arcana again.
All right. Try that.
You don't know what it is. You know it's not the iron golem that Dezi thought it was. Because you do hear another ticking from it, like it's some sort of clockwork construct. But what it can do, you have no idea.
All right. For my third action, then I'm going to advance up on it, getting over to here, and just muttering to myself, if this thing explodes, I swear to all the gods. That's my 3.
Okay. It's up next. It's going to cast yet another spell. So, attacks made with... This will not be automated by Foundry, so we'll have to take this into account. But attacks made with metal objects take a -1 status penalty, and squares adjacent are difficult terrain for creatures wearing metal armor. As you feel like a magnetic field pushing all metal away from it. And then with its third action, it will just try to attack Vanarel, who's right there. It will hit Vanarel. Oh, this is round 2, so it still needs to roll a flat check. It makes the flat check. And the dazzle is gone. Slashes into you with, says it's a halberd. I don't see it in the artwork, but we're assuming it, I guess it has one in one of the hands there, so smacked you pretty good.
Okay. Yep, that hurts.
We are now up to Dezi.
A needle darts, because I've heard this might be something mechanical, so I will cast that.
That is going to hit.
See if that does anything.
It did a little bit of something.
I think I'm just going to cast my shield, and then I will try to figure out my issues.
Daegron.
Okay, Daegron is going to stride forward towards the creature, and as he gets close, try to hook the axe under its leg and trip it. So he'll do a trip maneuver. So for his athletics, that is a 27.
You have tripped it.
And then he will, for his third action, bring the axe striking down. So with the map here, a 15.
That
and just
will
kind of
miss.
buries it into the stone next to its body.
Libbiel.
Um, hmm, just going to move up a little bit more and pass more live wires at this thing. Hank, you're licking. Here we go.
That's a hit. Took almost no damage that time.
Huh.
You're noticing that it looks like the lightning kind of got stopped by a force field surrounding it now. And did you have to move, or
Yeah, she moved up a little bit.
Vanarel?
All right. Well, I've got this thing locked in now, so resistant to magic. Let's see how resistant you are to being reshaped with a couple of hammers. It's going to start with a flurry.
That will miss.
No, it is perhaps highly resistant to being struck with hammers.
That will miss.
Okay. I'll just give this a shot again.
That's going to hit.
There we go. Just got to break through the defenses. That's all it takes.
It
And
took
my-
some damage from that. It took full damage from that.
Oh, so you are dentable. And full map for the last hammer.
And
Nope.
that goes astray. It is up next. It will try to stand up.
He'll swing down at it.
That will hit it.
For 15 points of slashing.
Takes some of that. Has 2 actions left. What is it going to do? It is going to swing at Daegron. And it misses. It will swing a second time. It will hit. For 12 points of damage to Daegron. And you felt something pulling towards it from your weapon as it did this attack, but no effect. Dezi.
Dezi's going to move forward. Yeah, Vanarel is looking a little beat up here. So I'm just gonna cast a heal. I'll mutter some words, say a prayer to the open road, and point at Vanarel and some healing lights.
Daegron.
Okay, he's going to continue just laying into. Actually, you know what? Let's try to put him back on the ground. That's fun and embarrassing. He'll do his trip maneuver again.
Yep, that's back on the
29.
ground.
And then again swings down with the axe and tries to aim a little left this time.
That one will hit this time.
Buries the axe into the chest for 19 points of slashing.
And that one is dead. We are out of combat. The party has just resolved a combat against a weird clockwork figure and a number of cultists in a room filled with a giant statue of a demon lord.
It looks like the what, I don't know what that is. Libby, do you know what that is? The clock or the mechanical thing that we were fighting?
I can take a look.
Don't get too close; it might explode.
Meanwhile, I'll look at some of its objects and try to figure out.
All right. So, what sort of lore should I, or knowledge should I roll with this?
I would take a Sin Edril Sil lore for one thing, and I would take Crafting Arcana for the other. And Dezi, you do identify the +1 striking halberd and a clockwork wand.
Oh, I was trying to identify what this.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Dezi was also rolling.
Oh,
Libby, what you know, first, you can definitely tell that this is a statue of Belnarius. I mean, she doesn't have weird clockwork bands for arms, so it's it's not a perfect statue, but this does seem like it's meant to be a statue of one of the rune lords. How it works, what it is, that you're not sure of.
oh, this is grotesque. This is that rune lord lady. Ugh.
That's her.
Yeah, she's. Not very happy to see one of these.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we know in theory the captain's down here. There's gotta be more to it, I would assume.
It's probably this altar. Yeah, maybe it's hiding a secret passage.
Could be. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, oh yeah. This halberd looks to be pretty impressive, but it's a two-handed weapon. I don't know if I can use those.
I can. It's I have a preference for this, but that thing looks quite powerful. He kind of like looks at the runes along it. You said it was a +1 striking, right?
Yes.
You think you could
Yeah.
mystify with you can
Oh,
move it.
I didn't realize that one was still mystified. I thought it already.
They both are from the looks of things.
There you go. And the clockwork wand spell. I didn't say. I'm going to assume it's probably the magnetic repulsion that it was using.
Maybe you want to grab that? Seems like it could be useful for you.
Yeah, I think I'll grab it.
Yeah, when it used it, my hammers got real heavy.
Oh, it's whatever spell they cast last. So I don't know what spell they cast last.
That was the one they cast last.
Oh, okay.
It did
Definitely.
mystic armor, resist energy, magnetic repulsion. So that's why the lightning stopped working on it.
I suppose magnetic repulsion, would that be on my spell list? Or?
Let me check. What spell list is that from? That is not seeing here. We'll double check that after the session. We can
Okay.
make a note of that for me to look that up. Oh, it's arcane and primal.
Oh, okay. Then I should be fine.
Desi will start looking around the room. Is the statue magical, I guess? With some detect magic. I'll examine that since we think there might be something.
The statue does appear to be minorly magical. There's two glowing red eyes.
I'll do a perception check to see if maybe something with the eyes. I don't know. That seems. But we'll see.
I'm going to use the discern secrets.
Okay. I will say, instead of helping with that, Libbiel, Discern Secrets is going to remind Dezi that the journal may have mentioned a hidden door behind the statue.
Oh, fair point. I should have. I was kind of skimming it for reading it. I'll go back. I think it's in the party stash.
So you do know there's a secret door behind
And
the statue.
we'll locate that secret door, just to know generally where it is before we go.
Yeah, I've changed it to a. Oh, I guess it's still not showing up as a secret door. Okay. But there's also, as I said, there is magic in the two glowing eyes. I don't know if that means anything to you or not, but
Can I figure out if it's a magic item, or like can I try to identify it?
Sure. I would take religion or arcana for this one. You think it's a nexus that has been storing energy from above and maybe channeling it deeper into the complex.
Oh, maybe this is another one of those things that we need to that's powering the ritual further on.
You know how to
Oh.
deal with it? We just smash it, or
I could maybe grab them out of the eye sockets with just like a magic power. I'm gonna use telekinetic hand to see if I can pry it out of there.
Sure. That will just work. You can take the 2 eye garnets.
All right.
You think that's what turned off the statue now, so it's not gonna fuel any power anyway?
I'm just going to throw those into this stash.
Thank you. Maybe I don't really know. This is some pretty complex stuff. Are we gonna go a little further? I'm starting to run a little low here.
yeah, Daegron goes over and kind of leans against where the secret door was and manages to open it and looks in and says, "Well, there's another stairway down."
I kind of want to push over the statue just because I want to.
That would
Ugly.
probably take athletic check from someone much stronger than Libbiel.
Libby is definitely going to be trying.
If that goes down, maybe we do sleep for the night before we head further deeper. As seems as if as we go deeper, things get worse.
Does feel like that's been a pattern. Yeah.
I rolled that.
Yeah, you push and push and push, and all that happens is your own feet kind of slide backward, and you maybe slide down the statue a little bit, but you're not having any success pushing it over.
Comically, like walking up the wall trying to push it over.
Libby, are you okay with spending the night with Ordwy? I also don't want to leave her too long there alone.
Yeah, let's go see Ordwy. We can tell her that we at least have disrupted the ritual somewhat. At least I hope so. We've done a lot of damage on the way down.
So
Okay.
you're gathering the stuff you have here. You're heading back up to Elsie's to rest for the night. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's make sure that that secret door is closed too,
If
in
if
case
the healer,
anyone.
yeah, if the healer's saying maybe I don't have enough spell slots, I'm gonna listen to the healer.
Okay, I will jump you back to the Iron Harbor map. We don't need to meander our way back through all the levels here. So you've made it back. Uh, it's getting on in the day because you have done. I think you've done 3 trips to Rusthenge in this day at this point. So you've gone there and back a couple of times. You've gone through Stonehome and talked to them a couple times. Uh, what are you talking about over dinner with Elsie and Ordwy?
Dizzy would like to pick up some decent whiskey or liquor in the town. I know they're a Kid and Kalianite, so I'd want to get something for Ordwy to calm their nerves a little bit because I know it's been hard for them.
Sure, you can definitely find something. Find whatever the normal cost is and deduct that, and you're fine.
I think it's like 5 silver.
I'll look it up.
Yep.
It's not too big a deal.
So you're offering her some drink when you come in, and uh, I don't know if she'd actually use her holy symbol as her mug. Maybe she would. I don't know. I haven't looked at Kate and Kelly too much. But so yeah, she will gladly start uh, drinking it. She's not chugging it because this is stronger liquor and she is used to that. So she's more sipping it, and it does look like she has calmed down a little. In the couple hours that you've been gone, it does look like she's at least decided that Elsie is not a demon worshiper and this is okay to be here. Um, and So, what have you found? Is the ritual over? Can we go
We've
home?
done a lot of damage to it on the way down. Everything seems to be tied to making that ritual come about, but we don't know if it's completely disturbed yet. Um, he like he's going to pull out those garnets. He took these from this statue. They seem to be like gonna focus, but even with this, we want to head it down further tomorrow and get the rest of those cultists out of there.
We haven't found the person responsible, nor have we found the captain to the ship.
Yeah, and the captain of the ship would be very helpful because we're trying to send a message back to Osprey.
As you are talking here over dinner, there is some knocking on Elsie's door. She goes up to answer the door, and outside is Sister Vanda looking extremely sheepish, which again is not a usual expression on a Gormite. Yes, she's been apologetic a couple times, but now she is looking uh, even more apologetic or worried. Uh, Ordwy would definitely, once again, though, shrink back into herself and move as far away from her as possible. Um, oh,
General
thank
making
you.
sure he's positioned in between Ordwy and Vanda.
Vanda,
Just
I'll kind of walk towards the door and kind of try to go outside with Vanda. Did you need to talk to us about something? Perhaps outside's a better place to do that right now.
Oh, sure. Yes. You've been looking for the Thessalonian captain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We well, we found well, she holds out a tricorn hat. Uh, this was on a skull on our roof,
Oh,
along with three other. The skulls came to life and attacked us. They weren't a threat for us, though. We dealt with them, but I think this was the captain's hat.
we should bring it back to the ship. Probably do that soon. Or somebody should. Did you want to deal with that, or are you asking us to deal with that? Is that why you're coming here?
I wanted to know why you were looking for the captain.
Well, we heard he was taken prisoner, and we were trying to get him back to his boat.
And I think, do you are you trying to ask for a favor from the ship?
I mean, we were hoping to get one of our friends over to back to our end of the island, or
Then I
one of our
think
friends.
I will let you return the hat as a sign of your cooperation. And she hands over the captain's hat.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And sorry for walking out. It's just Ordwe's been through a lot, and no offense, but you were the first person here she saw that brought her in. I just want to give her some
Oh,
time.
you have found Ordwy. I am. I understand. I'm glad to hear that, though. Yes, I will leave. Even my voice will probably set her off. And Vanda goes to start leaving.
Um, Inside, Libby's just patting Ortweed's back. No, no, I promise. He had no idea what was going on. She was being used just as much as like everybody else in town. Um, she's
Um,
had plenty of opportunities to stab us in the back, and she hasn't done so. She's actually helped us with against several of the cultists already, which I don't think she would do if she was, on their side.
I was trying to kind of do this out of ear reach as well. But Desi will walk back into to Elsie's, kind of looking down at the hat and look up at everybody and kind of with a sad look on their face say, "I think we need to pay the ship a visit as soon as possible." Holds up the hat.
I'm going to stay here with Ordwy, if that's okay.
Understood. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Um,
if there's still some light left in the day, we can take care of that tonight.
Yeah, I don't
Not
want to
sure.
delay giving them the news. I think they've been waiting a while. They deserve to know, even if it's not easy.
Okay. So three of you are heading over to the Swordfish and to meet with Janice, this individual here. And
Yeah.
you arrive at the boat, you hail it, and what do you have to say?
Um, I'm afraid we have some bad news, or what I assume is bad news. We found this, and I'll hold out the hat. Sister Vanda found it on, but it was on a skull that animated. I'm afraid it seems as if your captain. I'm guessing this might have belonged to your captain.
Yes, that was the captain's hat. So those Gormites killed him.
The, the converted Goramites did, yes. I don't know what's going on. It seems to have warped their minds, or some of their minds. But yes,
Yeah, there's some kind of corruption in there. I don't think it was all of the Goramites.
Well, you had asked if we could bury someone somewhere. We will leave tomorrow uh, with the high tide. So that would be not the one at, let's see, we said 11. So not the one at 5 a.m., the one at 5 p.m. We will leave in the evening tomorrow. We'll make do. Have your passenger ready by then.
we'll let Daryl know first thing in the morning, and we can. I appreciate this. I'm
And
sorry for your loss.
and for your help, I do have a couple items to give you. You won't need to identify these. She hands you 4 potency crystals, which I've added to the stash, and a little bit of gold. We will we will have trouble ahead. We do not have our passenger back. We do not have our captain. We cannot return to our former port. We would be detained. We will make for Varesia and start a new life after escorting your passenger.
I hope that I'm sorry that you've had to deal with this, and we'll do our best to find this Metramar and bring him to justice.
She nods, but you can tell like her thoughts are now all on the future. Doesn't even seem to care about what happens to Metromar at this point. Uh, you know, does she even own her? Does she even have title to this ship with the captain's absence? Is she becoming a pirate by leaving here? But she does know if she goes back to New Thassalon, she is probably going to be killed. So she's she's wrestling with a difficult future.
I'll let you plan for your future, but safe passages to you, and may your journey be long.
Thank you.
Here's to new beginnings.
And so you can so she's about giving orders now on the ship, and the crew that had been doing make work just to keep the place looking spick and span are actually now, starting to get ready for the voyage. They're double checking the ropes and the sails. It looks like a more functioning ship now, especially to Vanarel's eyes, who had noticed it was kind of a very weird appearance before, but it does look now like it's a functioning vessel again.
In a weird way, I think the ship just got back her captain.
Just wish it didn't. Just wish it didn't have to happen that way, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can return to the inn. I don't want to. I mean, I wanted to
Sure.
bring them news, but
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll
Return to
probably have to. We'll
Elsie's, finish
yeah.
up some dinner, rest for the night. Any other conversations you want to have with Elsie or Ordwy?
Um, do you want to go back with? Well, we have a friend that we made here. He's kind of almost homeless. Lives in those destroyed manor houses over there. We're going to be sending him to Osprey with a message for us. You want to go with him, or do you want to stay here?
You can tell that she is deep in thought, almost shaking as she tries to think through this. Um, she you know that she is somewhat scared of the Thessalonians to start with, even before the events that have happened here. Um, she will look up at you and say, "No, I I will stay here until we all return."
Okay.
And
That's brave of you.
it seems like there is actually some now resolution in her eyes that looks a little healthier than you've seen before. Maybe because you've been sitting with her so long, Libbiel, and talking to her, and while everyone else was out doing these other tasks, you think that's helping to get through to her and helping her. I mean, you know it's going to be a long journey here, but you think the first steps of her recovery are happening.
Okay. So, do you perhaps want to write in the letter that we're going to be giving them, or should one of us handle it? I think it's more official if it comes from you.
I would agree. Let's sit down and work on this together. It does
Okay.
sound like we've all had different different experiences here, and I might have been quick to blame the town as a whole, and I still want the towns to reconcile if what you say is true, that most of the towns is not involved.
Yes, it was the traitorous cultists, I guess. I don't want to call them part of the Goromites anymore. They very thoroughly renounced that.
It does seem there was a pretty deep divide between the Goromites and the rest of the town as well. Um, I mean, they were a patrolling force, but they weren't very connected. We found most of the townsfolk's pretty pleasant overall, I'd say.
Yeah, I haven't met any of them that seem to be unpleasant. The shipwright is a little like suspiciously wealthy, but I'm not going to question that too deeply.
So you spend some time, I'm not going to go over the exact wording of the letter, but you're sending information back about there was, a cult taking over Iron Harbor or working beneath Iron Harbor. And uh, Audrey does not mention the fact that she was kidnapped, at least in this letter right now, but she does mention that her four guards have been doing an exemplary job of helping, disrupt this cult and put a end to to its nefarious plots. And she hopes to return in a couple of days.
I
Is
want to
kind of
get back to my life of mid-afternoon naps and a lot of, lounging about. That'd be nice.
Desi still kind of, as you mentioned, getting back to life. Desi pulls out his the journal that he found that detailed his mother and is skimming through it another time.
so night will pass. You can all heal, prepare spells again, and assuming nothing else is changing, should I put you back on the lower map?
Sure. I guess the one thing is, as we pack entering and passing the blacksmith, I might ask him if he's able to attach one of these potency crystals to my crossbow, and I'd be willing
Yes,
to give it to him for the day.
he can do that. Yeah. So that I think that would cost like the 3 silver usually to whatever it is, 4 silver for employing a retainer type.
Okay. And,
Um,
like, should I just give him the crossbow for the day, and then if we have it tomorrow, then
affixing it only takes 10 minutes to affix a
oh,
talisman.
okay. Oh, not a talisman. This is a potency rune, right?
No, it's a potency crystal.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood
There were
that. I
four
thought.
potency crystals, so it's
Okay,
it's the one round use.
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
In that case, never mind.
Okay.
I can do that myself.
Yeah. And I also assume in the morning you also told Daryl about the plan, and he's all packed up and ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. Give him the
Yeah.
letter and all.
You
that
may or may
stuff.
not see him again based on how long you're down in the place. So okay, so you've done all that. You're now back on this map below the Skymetal Workshop, and you will reopen the door.
Yep. So Daegron will step towards the door here and start making his way down the stairs.
Once all four of you go, I will change the map. Then if I change it early, it causes problems.
Sorry, I'm just going to cast both of those real quick.
Yep. I'll go ahead and I'll drag you to the... Actually, no. If I drag you there, it probably won't do the right thing. So I will drag you close to where you need to go. Oh, but you don't have light anymore either.
Actually, yeah.
Looks like you
let me
can
just-
see enough.
Let me put that.
So if you do that final step into that red hatched area, it will move you to the new map. I'll then move the stream.
I'm just trying to very quietly do my spells real quick.
A vertical shaft of rectangular stone rises to the ceiling of this cavern. It is the second most impressive sight in this natural-looking cave. The most impressive is the remnant of an ancient bridge that once crossed a vast chasm to the north. The chasm fluctuates between 30 and 40 feet across, growing larger to the west and narrower to the east. 3 passages exit this chamber to the east, west, and south. A curious ring of stones has been placed at the entrance of the southern passage.
Take a look at that ring of stones and try to figure out if it's anything special or just some random stones.
Sure. It looks like a ring of stones to you. Yeah.
You want to grab one of those and see what happens, Libby? With your,
Yeah, I'm going to use that telekinetic hand to move on the stones.
It moves.
Okay.
Oh, what's the goal here? And Dagon's kind of like looking down these different tunnels.
I
Trying
think
to
we
get
wanna
across that
find this.
chasm.
I think we want to find this person. I can't imagine they went across the chasm. I don't know.
I mean, across the chasm to the north. Uh, what's people's vision? I know you all have low light. So yeah, I think with the
Dark
light you have
vision.
in low light and dark vision, you could see that across that chasm there was another one of those rusted metal doors on the far side.
Oh, jeez.
Let's
And,
just
uh,
explore this side
favorite.
first.
Yeah, Dagon kind of steps forward a little bit and looks out across, and then looks east and west down this this kind of chasm.
Yep.
It looks like he spots looks like some sort of makeshift bridge or something to the eastern side.
You definitely see a makeshift bridge to the east. You also see a glittering weapon and armor on that ledge to the northwest. That's very visible.
Should we head east then?
Stands to reason we might be wanting to get towards another one of those rusted doors, but it might do us good to look around down here first.
I more mean we could head down the eastern passage here to see if it leads to that bridge to get across.
Libby frowns. I don't see any of this.
Yeah, Dagon's good with wherever
Neither do
the
I.
group decides.
I'm suggesting
I
that
think what he'll
passage.
do first is he'll be like, "Let me take a quick look down this this western tunnel. Not sure what those rocks mean to the south, but I don't know that I don't think it's good to step that way." And he's going to just quickly peek down this tunnel and see if he hears or like sees anything.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Yep.
You smell something that's a little bit noxious smelling. It's not a scent you're familiar with. But other than that, you're not detecting anything down that passageway.
Yeah, nothing smells good down there, so let's not worry about it. And he'll step back over to the east, as Dezi said, and see if they can maybe plot a course towards where that bridge is at. It looks like they'll continue down kind of almost like a winding tunnel here. He's just kind of got his axe held up in kind of a defensive pose as he's kind of working his way slowly down the tunnel here.
And you see the gently sloping floor leads to a shallow pool of water at the southern end of this larger room. On an island and all around the pool, a multitude of mushrooms grow like fungal bushes. And you see 4 boggards crawling around on their hands and knees, sorting through the mushrooms, picking out the fully grown ones and making room for new growth. They all have a satchel of freshly picked mushrooms.
I'm gonna make sure that little token that we were given
Yeah,
is on display on my hat.
Daegron
same.
pulls his out in his free hand and kind of like holds it up as he's like Libby kind of like adjusting hers.
They turn to you.
He
Surface
steps in and
friends?
oh, more boggarts. We met some of your kin farther up. We gave them a hand. They marked us as friends. See, and he kind of holds up the token.
We can let them know the path's clear now, too. Or you could do that. The path is clear.
Yeah, they're stranded.
You're not lying humans, right?
I mean, I'm an
No.
elf.
Lying
Very
humans
little
wouldn't
human
have
among
this,
us.
right?
Why are you here? This is our food. Friends don't steal other people's food, right?
No, we don't want your food. We're looking to get whoever came through here before and track them down.
Have you seen others down here?
Many others down here. Which others are you worried about or asking about?
The ones with the red.
Lots of rusty things.
Yes, those they broke the main bridge 2 days ago. We have alliance with them, but don't like them. They also alliance with Darrow, and Darrow pick on us.
Oh yeah, we saw some of those on the way out. They didn't seem.
And everyone picks on the bats.
The bats?
The bats?
Well, they're humanoid bats. I think used to be gnomes, now bats? Yes.
Strange. Never heard of
Just gonna throw that out there.
gnome bats.
Vanarel will slowly turn back at Dezi with a very questioning look on his face.
With such poor description from them, you had a great roll, but
Maybe I know them later or something when I see them.
if you see them, you probably would recognize what they are. But
Okay.
Are these shapeshifters? Are these mind affecting? Are these mushrooms bad mushrooms for these boggers and they're seeing things? You don't know about humanoid bats who were gnomes who are now bats, and yeah.
Well, listen, what we really want to do is probably get up north where I'm guessing is where the humans are. We saw a bridge, or Daegron saw a bridge over that direction. Do you know how to get there?
That bridge goes to our home. Yes, this other exit from this cave they point to. You have friend badges. You are allowed.
Okay. If you wait just here, I will go back and get the ones from the surface as the
Yeah.
fastest one here.
That's a good idea. You probably shouldn't go. We can go together. It's not going to take us that long to walk there. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're
Just
gonna
like
you're gonna
giving you a
detour
look
back
of
a little bit.
yeah, she's
Grab.
giving you a
Yeah, I
look
mean,
of you'll slow her down, but she'll let you.
yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if you have to move the map, but just
Yeah,
to
I
fetch
won't
the
move the
other
map.
group,
Yep.
and we'll
So
come
you
back.
grab Gurkha and the other 2 or 3 who are there. They now
Yeah.
have a way back to get home, which they were worried about. These 4 definitely welcome those, and they're while they trusted the friend badges, you can see that they even trust you even more now.
And as we're kind of like all getting together there, Daegron kind of points back the way they came and says, "Say, there's a path down back a little ways leading south. Some stones stacked up around it. Do you know what that means?"
The bats live down that way. Uh, I don't know what the stones do. We don't bother the bats.
As soon as leave well enough alone with the bats, they're not really our goal here, right?
I mean,
No, I don't see any reason to. And he kind of says, "And down the western path, is that where there's another group, or?"
Darrow.
Yes, didn't smell great.
They make bad mushrooms. We make good mushrooms.
I agree.
I can see that.
Super mushrooms.
No need to go that way either, then, I think.
Yeah, I think we probably head across the bridge if you're okay with us passing through your area.
Especially now that you have your escorts of the people who are trapped up above. Yeah, they have no problem letting you through here.
What do
Okay,
you all
good.
think? Is that a good plan?
You guys still injured in your faces and stuff, or is that
That would tick down by 1 per day.
I'm still a little injured in the face. And Daegron will continue through
Oh,
this
God.
this tunnel.
all right?
Do you now have one of your ears back, Vanarel?
Yeah, I guess one of them has healed up enough that I only have a bandage over part of one ear.
Go ahead.
How sturdy does that bridge look?
Just
Yeah,
Because these
Daegron comes
creatures are
up to
small.
this bridge and kind of gives it a quick once over here.
A 25-foot-long bridge made of strange gray timber spans the narrowing ravine. With that perception check, you definitely feel it's going to sag under your weight, but you think as long as it's one of you at a time, it should not be a problem.
And he says as such, just one at a time.
Maybe
I think this should
Daegron,
be
you go
good.
last.
You are the
Well, if
biggest
I
here,
go
I think.
first, it'll we'll know if it'll hold you.
Yeah, but if you go last, if it does break, all we have to do is worry about getting you up here.
Oh, I guess that makes
While
sense.
you're debating that, the 3 boggarts you brought down from above, they start going across one at a time, and it does sag very noticeably, and it creaks and it makes all kinds of noises, but you don't see any splintering, you don't see any fraying of ropes, and they're acting like this is nothing.
Do you want me to carry some of your
Just feel
heavy
like
armor
It'll be
across?
fine. And just you guys go. I'll follow up.
Okay. Desi probably first. Yes.
Desi would, assess things and then maybe tie a rope off. Just actually, I don't want to insult our friend.
Across the bridge, as you slowly make your way across, you are met by these 2 individuals.
Hello, friends. Still obviously displaying the friend we're looking to get to the rusty humanoid people.
Why are you looking to get those humans?
They're pretty bad. They've done some bad things.
To be frankly honest, we're going to kill the shit out of them.
Ah, you kill them. We don't need to. We don't break our alliance. Very good. But they're looking you over like you have friend badges, you brought others back. You do notice Gurkha starts kind of arguing a little bit with the one who looks like the spellcaster in the group. It looks like they might be like the co-leaders of this group who maybe don't get along. Not in the way that they're going to like backstab each other, or the fact that you're with one makes you an enemy of the other, but more just like, they always want to one up each other type of thing. And maybe Gurkha got a little bit more prestige out of, surviving upstairs and coming back with friends. But he is looking you over, and only 4 of you. Do you really think you're strong enough to deal with them?
No.
I mean, yeah, I think we can handle them. We handled like 5 of those split face things upstairs, and there was this iron golem and these chainsaw snakes. It was bad, but we managed.
Give me a
How many of them?
diplomacy with a +4. +4 circumstance for the friend badge.
Dezi? Or should I roll it?
Desi was the one who was talking last.
Sorry, adding the bonus in there.
Yep. So +4 on that, you said? So that is enough for a
didn't-
success, but not better than a success. Okay.
I'm +0, so
Yep.
it's fine.
He says, secret door here leads into their place. They don't know about it. They trapped since they broke their own bridge.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
And he goes back to the end of the pier to just stare into the water. It sounds like the true leader of their group left maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and this is the last of the rear guard that's staying around. And it looks like maybe even they want to leave, but they were told they have to stay here.
All right. Marching order. Let's go to that secret door.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. Daegron's gonna go towards that. You set up right up here.
Yes.
Okay. He goes over and
Let me make sure
pushes against the
stream
wall.
can see what's going on. Sorry. There we go. Yep. You push on that wall. It opens. And you see another obvious secret door from this side as well.
He's gonna lean against it and give it a quick listen just to see if anyone's on the other side of it here.
Sure. You hear no, you hear absolutely nothing. Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm not hearing anything on the other side. Let's go. And he'll push this side over.
Okay. And we will be rolling initiative right away as something happens. So let me pause it here while you see what's going on. Fibrous, vine-like coils of fungus grow on the walls of this chamber, their tendrils clinging to the numerous cracks in the ancient stonework. A carpet of pungent, rust-colored mold coats the ground. 3 skeletal remains, petrified from the mineral-rich water dripping from the ceiling above, lie slumped against the walls in this chamber. A shimmering, mostly transparent field of reddish-brown light blocks access to a larger room to the west. And you also would see... Let's see. How much do you see there? You would see that. Let's make sure stream can see that. Yes. So what you see, first animating directly in the room, rising to stand up are some skeletons, one of which looks like this. The other 2 like that. So the pair of them there's a pair of skeletons in full armor with long swords and shields, no helms. And the other one is almost a pure skeleton with the remains of chainmail coating it, with flaming eyes and what looks like a flaming pickaxe above in the sky. You see this weird orange glowing wall separating the two rooms. On the far side of the room, you see a human who looks like this, a kind of a classic explorer look, beard, holding a horn that looks like it came off the statue upstairs that you saw was missing a horn, and he is blowing the horn about once every 6 seconds or so as he's leading a ritual in that room. Surrounding him in that ritual, you see 3 cultists like you've seen before. You see a 4th one dead on the floor next to him. And that is the setup. And let me get initiative set up for everyone. And we'll see how this goes. So you should be able to roll initiative now. There we go. Looks like everyone's in.
There we
Natural
go.
20 on initiative. Very nice. Vanarel, you are up first. And we are unpaused.
Oh, I don't know what I was expecting walking into this. I'm not certain a bunch of skeletons and a guy blowing a horn was one of them. Let me see if I can just walk up to this first one here. This guy here. I'll take a close look at him. Hunt my undead prey, skeleton prey.
Sure. For your knowledge check on that, it would be religion.
Okay. I'll try to play the what the heck is that game?
It's a skeleton.
It's a skeleton?
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought. Okay, well, I'm going to hit him with a hammer. I think that's the exact reaction everyone should have.
That will hit the skeleton with a hammer. And that one crumbles.
Okay.
That was your whole
Well,
turn, I believe, though, right? Move, hunt, prey, and
other
one
ham-
strike.
Yep, other hammer just comes down just for good measure, just to make sure he stays dust, and I'm done.
Libbiel.
Libbiel is going to move into the room, and she sees this wall of something, and she's going to try to disrupt that. Is that just like a arcana?
It would be a dispel magic if you have that.
I do not have that. Is there? Guess we need to go the other way around. Huh? So, other action, move to here, and I'm gonna try to open this door up.
Okay. That one is locked, so you would need. So next turn, you'd have to do a disable device on that one.
Why?
'Cause it's 2
Disable
actions. It's 2 actions to disable, and you
Okay.
did 2 strides, I believe, right?
Yes. All right.
Anything for your third action, or
I'm gonna put up a shield.
okay. Up next is Dezi.
Okay, I think I want to know what's going on in the room, so I'm going to start by moving into the Okay, I see what's going on in the room. There's a dead skeleton. I'm way over here. Bunch of people. I see the person over there. There's another skeleton down there. Yeah, I don't want to be in this room right now. So I'm just going to move my last 10 feet back out. And then I'm going to try to figure out what the heck is going on with the ritual within action.
Sure. Yes, it looks like the ritual is very close to completion. You would think it has less than a minute before it is completed.
Do I think this is the ritual that we have heard about, basically?
You don't know.
It's hard to say. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a person blowing a horn made out of the the horn of the statue of the demon lord. There's another kind of weird, let's see, what's the description of the yeah, there's not there's a wispy red vapor coming out of the mouths and eyes of the three people chanting and coalescing into this silhouette of a massive horned figure upon the dais.
Okay. I would let people know. We got to stop that ritual quick. And I think my last action is going to be to recall knowledge on whatever that wall of fire is.
Sure. Give me Arcana for that. Guess you roll everything, so I just looked that one up. I mean, you've heard of Walls of Force. You know that's a pretty high rank spell. The color of it does match the color of the energy swirling around the other skeleton in the room with you. You're guessing maybe they are linked.
The wall might be linked to that skeleton, so I don't know. Maybe if we take it out, the wall goes down. It's worth a try. And that's my full 3 actions.
Okay. And it is now the skeleton in the room with you who has a little bit of a monologue, not long. I have waited. Oh, he's saying this in Thessalonian, so I think only Dezi understands this, right?
Correct.
I have waited for time without memory for this moment. My grandson will prevail where I failed. You will not interfere. And then he's going to cast a spell. Probably.
Say, oh, you remember how the journal mentioned that guy's grandfather? That's him.
He's going to start off with a sudden blight spell. That's going to hit Daegron and Dezi. So give me a fortitude save from each of you.
All right.
Daegron has a failure. Dezi has a success. So Daegron is taking 12. Dezi is taking half of that. None of you have a disease right now, so it doesn't change anything. And that's it. Okay, he has 1 action left after that. He's going to stride to this corner of the room. That was his turn. Daegron.
Okay. Daegron's going to move into the room here. So that's 5 feet. And then 15, 20, 25. And as he gets close to this skeleton here, he's going to try to take it out before it can get towards Libbiel.
That will hit.
For max damage, 12 points of damage.
Yep, you've destroyed that one, even though not all that went through. It was still enough to finish it off.
Then he's going to, after smashing that one to the ground, curve and move all the way next to this glowing skeleton as it's kind of run away here. And that will be all 3 actions.
Okay. Up next is Vanarel.
All right. Well, Vanarel is going to follow the extra glowy skeleton down here next to the wall of fire or force or whatever that is. I will hunt prey on him and just kind of call it, Libby, was he saying something important?
Yeah, it's his
I don't know.
grandfather. Just kill him.
All right. I will. I'll utilize my monster hunter to see if there's anything extra special about this guy as I do hunt prey on him. Will this be a religion again?
This would be religion again. Yeah, you've heard of liches, and there's the spellcasting skeletons. You know they have all kinds of like touch of death and things of that nature. Very
This
strong spellcasters.
Oh, okay, this guy's gonna cast every spell on us. All right, I gotta flurry this guy before he tries to take over the world or something. So I will just try to clock him in the head real quick.
That will miss.
Oh man, he's impervious too. These liches.
You get 2, right?
Yep. And I think your fear is causing you to miss again. Up next, Libbiel.
Well, I wanted to save this for the big guy, but this sounds like it's worthwhile. Force barrage. He's going to write some scripts into the air, and each one turns into a bolt of force to hit this guy. He's going to cast all 3 actions. This work. Do I just hit it 3 times?
I think you're going to have to hit it 3 times, unless it asks you how many actions. I don't remember how this one works.
It does not ask me.
Okay. Probably just press it 3 times then. Four, 4, and 3. That's pretty decent rolls on this.
You took
Yep,
3,
I-
3, and 4.
Yep, I need to. I'll add one more. There we go. Been applied. That was your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Dezi.
Okay, so there's a wall of force, but I can cast something on the other side of it, I think.
It does depend what spell is.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon a spiritual armaments on the other side near the hornblower.
Okay.
We'll do, I guess, bludgeoning, because I've got a cold iron here. It doesn't or actually, bludgeoning or spirit, I think is the...
Okay. Go ahead and give the attack roll.
Sorry, is the hornblower the one closest to me?
Yes. That's a hit.
Bad damage, but stopping this seems like the thing to do, so...
Okay. I think you still have 1 action left.
Nope, I had to step up to do that.
Got it.
to get
Okay.
into the room.
What happened here with initiative? Oh no, here, yeah, it is round 2 already. Got it. Okay, the lich in the corner is going to. Let's already use that spell. Oh, it's sorcerer. He can use his spells again. Do you want to? No. He is going to. I think at this point he's going to try his first action is going to try to just claw at Daegron. You're right next to him. He wants to see how all this is going to work. That's not going to work well. So in that case, he has not seen your reaction yet. So he is going to try. We saw Dezi cast that spell. What is his range to Dezi? Not enough. I'm going to go for Libbiel. So he's casting a spell on Libbiel. Daegron, you get your attack of opportunity. Or
Yep.
reactive strike.
Brings the axe swinging up. Oof. I'm re-rolling that with the hero point.
Okay. That is going to hit.
Minimum damage for 5 points of damage.
He takes none. And I need a fort save from Dezi as a line of horrible greenish purple energy comes streaking towards you.
You mean Libby?
Sorry, Libby. Yep, Libby.
Oh,
That is a critical fail.
It's one of those death spells. Libby, look out.
You have a hero point remaining.
No.
You're taking double this. Taking 24 points.
Oh, that's all of her HP. That's fine.
Are you unconscious? I can't say.
Yes.
Yes, that was exactly the full amount. So dying 2 from a crit fail. Libbiel's initiative would move to right before that guy. And it is now Daegron's turn.
Okay, seeing that, he lets out a roar and will try to pull this guy down. He's going to do another trip maneuver on him. Ooh, not a great roll.
Not a success.
And seeing as his axe had some trouble getting through, he's going to use his swap to the halberd.
Okay.
And then he's going to take one swing with that at this skeleton here.
That will hit.
For 10 points of slashing.
About half of that went through.
Okay, better than before, but that'll be all 3.
Okay, so up next, we are getting to Vanarel.
All right. I think Vanarel is also let out a scream, watching this lich just outright kill Libby with one single spell. No! I'm going to flurry upon this thing as hard as I possibly can. I am going to hero point this.
All these hero points.
I should give one more away. We are overdue on one. Let me see.
This thing is absolutely
Everyone is
perfect.
out. I am going to roll a d4 for who gets this one. Going from top down in the party list. It is going to Dezi.
I am going to roll a d20 with my second flurry and kill this.
And
this
you will
thing's
miss.
impervious. We're all dead here. All right. I'm going to exhaustingly try to batter against this thing's defenses.
Okay. Yeah. You're panicked. You've seen a friend go down. You've seen a ritual going on the far side. That is a hit, though.
Managed to finally break through its defenses for a whopping 6.
Okay. It's the Hornblower's turn. And in response to taking some damage, he is going to panic. And he is going to try to finish the ritual immediately. He blows the horn. A low rumbling sound like old metal grinding against stone fills the room. Motes of dust on the floor dance and shudder from the vibrations, and your teeth ache in your sockets. The horn sound is more than just unpleasant. It feels diseased. And the first thing that happens, let's see, we get that. That was cool.
Oh no!
Did you all hear
That's
that?
not a, that's not a good
I've heard
sound.
it.
I don't like
Somebody's
that
got some
sound.
indigestion. I'm glad there's this wall of force right now. I'm just saying.
So the dead sacrifice next to him has risen as some form of undead, and a horrible creature stepped out of the portal, which looks like this. It looks almost like a humanoid insect. It only has 4 arms, doesn't have 6, but it has a long, gross tongue. Its body seems to be made out of rusted armor. It has too many eyes, too many teeth, too many fangs. And I need to roll this initiative for the 2 people who added in. The 3 cultists who were chanting seems like they have they have instantly been converted to similar undeads. Need to add them in as well. Roll. That was, let's see, that was his whole action, though, was finishing the ritual to do that. That was his turn. And we didn't do this quite right. There we go. Okay. Dezi.
Okay. Well, I think I have to go in the room at this point because I think I heard Libbiel in some trouble. Oh, way over there, Libbiel. 15, 25. Yeah, I can't get you. I can't do that this turn. So I will stop there for now. Actually, move there. I'll sustain my spell on, I don't know, that from Kai's a spellcaster. Sure, I'll sustain the spirit.
Okay, so you're making an attack roll against Metramar.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the way. I think I have to scroll back to the spirit. And my last action, that's a miss. I'll just move next to Libbiel behind.
Okay. The thing that came out of the portal shrieks in rage and anger. Who are you to think yourself worthy of a dead demon's notice? Nothing but a stain, mortal. And it starts off attacking the person with the horn.
I'll take it.
We'll divide and conquer with a literal wall of force. That seems fun.
Rusted shards.
He makes a save, so he's taken half. Let's see. He... And then attempts a claw strike, so it will move up next to him. Libbiel.
Death
Oh,
save.
death save. Yes.
Oh no.
Got you next time. Sorry.
So dying 3, not dead.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Don't worry. I'll get you.
Up next, the spellcasting lich is up next. Who? Let's see. He has seen your reaction now. But he is trying to make sure that this ritual succeeds, and it's kind of failing already is the problem. So he is going to start off at, once again. He's going to step into the corner to make sure he doesn't get flanked. And he is then going to just claw you twice. but obviously it looks like he's panicking a bit, if skeletons can panic, and
right.
does not connect at all with you. Dagon.
Okay. With the halberd, he's just going to start just jamming it into this corner and trying to just batter it against the walls. First swing, a 22 to hit.
That
And
hits.
19 points of
Oof,
slashing.
that's a solid hit.
Then comes again with a second one.
You hear the creaking of bones. You do see like purplish energy knitting the bones back together and holding them in place, almost as if this magic itself is all that's holding it together, and that will miss.
And then just brings like the butt around and just swings at it one last time, hoping to hit it, and just kind of slams it against the wall, but doesn't do anything.
That will miss. Up next is one of the recently risen undead. And let's see, which one is it? The one on the far side of the room. Okay. It is going to slowly make its way toward the wall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets it there. And it gets up next to the wall, and that's all it does. Another one of them. And that one like tries to claw at Vanarel, but its claws just scrape on the wall and nothing happens. Vanarel.
Well, kind of good news, I guess. All right, I'm gonna close in on this skeletal lich in the corner here. I know you can be hit. I've done it once. Daegron did it once. I'm gonna flurry this thing into the corner until it falls.
You miss.
Unreal. This thing is way too powerful. I am so in over my head.
That's a miss.
Okay. Desperately just hammering all of the stone in the corner.
That is a hit.
Ah. So I just have to flurry this thing until I finally break through its defenses. So
One swing
last
left.
desperate shot.
Nope. Metramar. Well, he realizes something went horribly wrong with the demon attacking him. Let's see. He becomes frightened 1. He spends his first action striding as far away from the demon as he can. And then
lovely.
spends 2 more actions blowing the horn again. And you see the energy in the room swirl and shift, and it pulls the demon back into the rift. Dezi.
Okay, well, we're gonna spend 2 actions healing Libby. Should be most of your health, Libby. You okay, Libby? I got it. Then there's what? 3 zombies and a cultist over there. It looks like.
4 zombies and a cultist, plus still the undead. Let me fix what's going on with Libby though first.
Yeah, apparently she's dead.
I don't think that's true. I don't know how that got on you though, and it's not letting me take it off. There we go.
There.
Okay, it's
Oh,
just
never mind.
I think we both did it at the same time. Yep, that looks correct
Yeah.
now. So yes, what were you doing with with your last action, Dezi?
I'll do the spiritual armament to attack. I'm just gonna recast. It's still 1 action. It's easier than trying to find it versus state.
Okay. Yep. We will finish
I'm
this combat
targeting that.
round because we're up at 3-hour marks. We'll finish this round of combat and then we'll pause for next session.
This is that kind of the middle-ish zombie there.
That is a hit on the middle-ish zombie.
This is sanctified if it matters. It says it. Come on.
did a solid amount, but the zombie is still standing. You do know that zombies can take a lot of damage. They might be
Okay.
easy to hit, but they take a lot of damage.
This is my full turn.
Bettamar, the skeleton in the corner, is going to start off with one claw against Daegron. He really wants this to work. He will hit for 14 points on Daegron,
Ouchies.
and he will then try another spell.
Got this, Daegron.
Okay, and swings the halberd in as he spreads the cast.
That will hit.
21 points of slashing.
I think that will finish him before that spell goes off. However, he explodes. I need a... Let's
Oh,
see.
of course.
Adjacent creatures. I need a save from Vanarel and Daegron. As
Of course he explodes.
reddish orange rust goes flying in all directions from him. But you both got a... So you're taking half of this.
What about the zombie?
The wall of force still blocks it
Oh, right.
for at least the split second before the energy dissipates and the wall comes down. So 1 point to each of you, and you will need to give me a fort save. Daegron is fine. Vanarel, you have contracted a disease.
Great. Now I'm going to turn into a lich.
Let's see. This is, I'll put this in chat later so I remember it across the weeks. And with him dead, though, the wall of force disappears, which is... There we go. And we are on to Daegron.
Perfect. Just in time, he's got the halberd out. He's going to swing past Vanarel here at the one closest to the wall.
That is a crit.
For 22 points of slashing.
That one is destroyed.
Then he shifts his grip and swings back in the other direction on the one just above it.
That will miss.
Goes way off. Was stealing too good, and then he'll go for the last swing on it again here.
Oh, no.
And does the same thing.
Hey, at least your first hit took one out.
The first one looked real cool.
So the first shambler to go is the one who's the middle of the road one now, who is going to 5-foot step in and will try to bite Vanarel.
It's not the ears. Those are just coming back.
Wait, oh no, he cannot bite. He has to use the fist. So it's the same attack roll, but different damage. 4 points of damage. And zombies are slow. They only get 2 actions. Next one up. He'll go for Daegron. He will hit Daegron for 4 points. And then the last one, who does not need to move, is already next to Vanarel, will punch Vanarel. Miss and try again. And miss. Okay, so let's do a quick, take a quick stock of where we are, because this is where we'll wrap today's session, because we're at the 3-hour mark. You have reached what looked like the ritual that was trying to resurrect Zar Azmak, the Demon Lord of Rust and Decay. He was protected by a wall of force that was empowered by the grandfather of the ritualist. You've taken out all the undead that were in the initial room and dropped the wall of force. As damage was done to Metramar, he sounded the horn in... oh, no. You're already up. You don't need to make a save. Because...
I just accidentally clicked it.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask, wasn't I supposed to get a turn somewhere in there?
You... Oh, yes. Because it had marked you dead briefly on the initiative tracker, it took you out. So, yes. You would have got a turn after Dezi. So if you want to do a turn before we wrap today, right now, go ahead.
All right. She's going to take a handful of bolts and throw them behind the zombies here, and use animated assault. One of her new spells.
Ooh, fun. Okay, so it's a 10-foot burst. I think you can get...
2 of them.
Yeah, you can get 2. Okay, so those 2.
Unless I want to, like, sacrifice some of my friends. Nah, it's fine.
Please no.
We have a crit fail and a fail. Zombies are not
Alright.
very good at reflex. So a crit fail is taking double that, and this one is taking the regular amount. So one more of them has been killed. Good job. You stayed alive. I was worried for Libbiel there with that one death save, because a 1 or 2 would have been death right there.